later in the day. But actually, if you kind of work with them and find out, they're actually upset because something happened before they came to work. So I guess it's just about being able to investigate and explore and find out where that emotion is actually coming from. Listening skills, which I think is the most important thing when you're looking at emotional intelligence. Most of us fall into the habit of thinking about a response before the person has actually finished talking. So someone might be talking to you and I'm going, oh geez, what am I going to do? I've got to go to the shop, what am I going to get? I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But we need to stay in the moment. We need to really listen to what the person is saying to us and make sure that they've had time to finish before we actually step in and speak over them. And I guess we've just got to make sure that we avoid doing that. I know sometimes we get really excited and passionate about what we're doing in our day, and someone might be talking to you about something. We've got to sort of stop that temptation of wanting to jump in and to, I guess, speak over that person. So the listening skills is something very, very, very important that we need to work on. And make sure that you really have a good understanding of what they're actually saying to you. Awareness of emotional atmosphere. Effective leaders not only know what is going on with their staff on a one-on-one situation, but they know holistically how the whole team is going and you need to be able to pick up on that mood and the feelings of their work environment. And I guess the most important thing too is people have the right to be heard, so it's very, very important that we listen to that. Ability to anticipate reactions and respond effectively. Emotionally intelligent leaders are able to anticipate how their staff are likely to react in a situation, and they don't actually wait till the damage is done. They're actually going to have that open communication. So a good example of this would be if you were looking at wanting to make a change in your work environment. You may work with a team of educators that don't like change. So one of the worst things that you could possibly do is to come in one day and say, right, you know how we do the indoor-outdoor program? We're not actually going to do that today. We're going to stay inside and we're going to have the children inside all day, and we're going to be doing this today and we're not going to be doing that. I can tell you for a fact there will be anarchy, there will be some chaos, and there will be lots of emotions happening. So I think it's very important that we make sure that we know our team very, very well, and that we make sure that with every situation, we make sure that we think about it and think about the delivery of what we're going to do. And obviously, open communication is the key. Resilience. What is resilience? We talk a lot about that with our children. Our children need to be resilient. But I talk a lot about that with my staff, that my staff need to be resilient. Resilience is the ability to bounce back in the face of any challenge that might come your way or any trauma that you may go through. So I'll use that example again. If we had to make a change in our environment and we know that staff don't like change, I would be talking them through, come on, we need you to be able to work through this, bounce back and deal with it, rather than whinge and complain about it all day. Let's just move on and deal with it. So it's really about facing all of the challenges that might come your way in a day and being able to bounce back and not sort of be set in that moment for that whole day. Because if you stay in that moment, you're going to have a terrible day. And working in this industry, it's a pretty full-on industry. It can be quite stressful, so we all need to work together as a team and pull together as a team. My team does that all the time. Gee whiz. Factors that contribute to resilience. It's important that you have those close relationships with your family and friends. When there are things happening in your life, you need to have a really good network of friends and family that you can rely on, that you can talk to, get some advice and get that support. It's important that each and every one of you has a very positive view of yourself and confidence in your strengths and abilities. And I think that's something that's lacking in our industry. I don't think we really realise the full potential that each and every one of us has. So I think it's important that we just realise that we talk about children being capable and competent learners. I look at each and every one of us in this room and in our industry as very confident and capable of achieving great things. And I think we need to really change that mindset with a lot of people, because we're amazing what we do. How many people tell us, geez, I don't know how you do what you do. How many parents bring their child in and say, oh my God, I don't know how you can, have 12 or 24 children here. You do an amazing job. And one day the government will